Good day, students. This is a paper 6 question that we're going to look at. I suppose when you have a look at these apparatus, maybe some processes start to cross your mind. Electricity was used to break down sulfuric acid using the apparatus shown in the diagram. So we have sulfuric acid and we are breaking it down into its components. Okay, so the question that we have here is, what is the name of this process? What is the name of this process? Remember, we are using electricity to break down. So two processes breaking down. We have lysis in sciences, and we are using electricity. So the name of the process, without wasting time, this one is called electrolysis. Electrolysis. Please take note. Most questions in your paper 6, they don't demand long answers. Okay. So the name of this process is electrolysis. Without wasting time. Okay. Right. We move on to the next question, which says. The next question reads, give one observation that could be made during this experiment, okay? One process as that experiment is happening. We are going to have sulfuric acid being broken down into its component, and we are going to produce ions during the process. So we see here oxygen and hydrogen gas being produced there. So obviously, we are going to see bubbles, and because we are producing ions in the solution, something is going to happen on the light bulb there. So two processes that we can actually write down here, okay? Or even one, the question needs one, but I'm going to give you two, okay? So two processes that we can actually write down here is bulb lights up, okay? So bulb, okay? Bulb lights up, okay? All right? Or you can say bubbles produced. Bubbles are produced. Okay, but the question needs one, so don't put both, and don't be in the habit of putting answers like all. Just stick to one answer. Okay, suggest a suitable material for the inert. Okay, we want a material or an electrode which is not going to interfere with our chemical reaction, and our best option here is going to be platinum. Okay, be careful. This question is saying suggest a suitable metal for the inert electrode. So don't suggest an electrode which is a non-metal. Okay, don't say graphite. Don't say carbon, because it's a non-metal. We want a metal there, and our best option would be platinum. Okay. Test for oxygen. Paper 6 demands you to know test for all the gases. Okay. Test for oxygen. Test for oxygen. Remember, oxygen supports combustion. So what does it do? Okay, can say use glowing splint. Use a glowing splint. Okay, use a glowing splint. And then what will be the result? Yeah, the result is the glowing splint is rekindled, right? We go straight forward to the answer. We don't have time to beat about the bush. This is paper 6, so the time is so limited. So we actually have to write down our straightforward answer, okay? Glowing splint is rekindled, or the glowing splint relights, okay? Right, so that is our answer there, okay? So let's move on to the next segment, next section for the paper. Let's go down. Okay, why does hydrogen form at the negative electrode? The basis of this is the fact that hydrogen comes from hydrogen ions. And remember, hydrogen ions are positively charged. So hydrogens are positively charged and the negative electrode is negative, unlike charges attract. So we simply have to say hydrogen ions here. Our answer will be hydrogen ions are positively charged. Okay, so our answer here would be hydrogen ions are positively hydrogen ions are positively charged. Okay, then we can put and then unlike charges attract. Unlike charges attract. Okay, that will be our answer there. The experiment was repeated using concentrated hydrochloric acid. Explained why this experiment was carried out in a fume cupboard. Now we've changed from sulfuric acid to concentrated hydrochloric acid. Sulfuric acid was giving us oxygen and hydrogen. Now, if you use concentrated sulfuric acid, it's concentrated, and the likelihood for you to form chlorine here is very high. And remember, chlorine is toxic. Chlorine is highly toxic, and whenever we're using chlorine in the lab, one of the precautions that we take is to do this experiment in a fume cupboard, okay, so that people don't get affected by chlorine. So the answer here is chlorine is produced and chlorine is toxic. So what we simply write down here, because there are 2 marks, we need to write what is produced and then why we use the fume cupboard. Okay, so first of all, we are going to say what is produced here. Chlorine is produced. Okay, and then say this gas is highly toxic. Okay, right. And there you go. You have your 8 marks. Okay, go straight forward to your answer. Don't beat about the bush. Okay, and if you do that, you're going to finish. Remember, there's always that last question which will demand more of your question. I thought I should just review this question with you. Bye for now.